Hello and welcome back to the Enterclimate YouTube channel. My name is Pratibha Sharma and today we will talk about the financial assistance schemes for ethanol manufacturing distilleries and sugar mills. The demand for ethanol is increasing due to its versatility in its application and utility. As we know, ethanol can also be prepared by fermentation of molasses, which is a byproduct in the production of sugar from sugarcane. The government has been trying to promote distilleries and sugar mills to establish and enhance the production of ethanol for quite some time. The central government from time to time releases notifications inviting applications from molasses-based distilleries and sugar mills that want to start or expand their present units to include ethanol manufacturing under the ethanol blended with petrol, that is EBP. The scheme for extending financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing to enhance ethanol production capacity was notified by the government in 2018. Many subsequent notifications have been released amending the said notification, the most recent being in May 2022, extending the assistance deadline. In this video, we will try and understand all about the interest subvention scheme that the government announces for installing capacity for ethanol production in the country. Interest subvention is basically the reduction of interest rate when granting a loan to the party. Now let us take a look at the history of the financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing. Since 2018, soft loans have been offered to sugar mills, distilleries, entrepreneurs with an aim to increase the ethanol output and its supply under the ethanol blended with petrol program, that is the EBP program. In case of grain-based distilleries, interest subvention was applicable only if they used or proposed to use a dry milling technique to produce DDGS. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs and the Department of Food and Public Distribution in 2021 extended the 2018 scheme that provided the financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing through the enhancement of ethanol distillation capacity or for setting up distilleries for producing first generation ethanol from feedstocks such as cereals including rice, wheat, corn, barley, sugarcane, sugar beet, etc. In 2021, the government notified a modified scheme for extending financial assistance for the enhancement of the ethanol distillation capacity of the project proponent or to set up distilleries for producing first generation ethanol from feedstocks such as cereals and sugarcanes and sugar beet. The central government decided to open a window for 6 months inviting fresh applications for financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing from those project proponents who have acquired land for the ethanol project and obtained environmental clearance for enhancement of their existing distillation capacity or to set up a new distillery for producing first generation ethanol from feedstocks. In 2022, the government opened a 6-month window inviting similar proposals from the sugar mills, distilleries, entrepreneurs who have acquired land and obtained the environment clearance. They must submit the application cum proposal in the prescribed performa to the Director DFPD. Now let us discuss the eligibility criteria for availing the financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing. In order to encourage the setting up of second generation biofuel plants, the government launched the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jaiv Indhan Vatavaran Anukul Fasal Vashesh Nivaran Yojana to provide financial support to integrated bioethanol projects using renewable feedstock to meet this demand. Under the interest subvention scheme of the government, a tripartite agreement has to be signed among the sugar mill, an escrow agent, that is a bank, and the oil marketing company. The oil marketing company enters into a purchase agreement where it agrees to purchase an agreed volume of ethanol from the sugar mill. The central government usually bears an interest subvention of 6% per annum or 50% of the rate of interest charged for 5 years, including a 1-year moratorium against the loan availed by the project proponents. The financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing will then be sanctioned by any of the financial institutions. These are banks, NCDC, that is the National Cooperative Development Corporation, IREDA, which is the Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited, NBFCs, that is the non-banking financial companies, or any other financial institutions which are eligible for refinance from NABARD. What is noteworthy here is that financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing is made available to only those distilleries which will supply at least 75% of the ethanol produced from the added distillation capacity to oil marketing companies for blending with petrol. The financed unit must submit a certificate duly verified by the CPCB, that is the Central Pollution Control Board, certifying that zero liquid discharge will be achieved through the method proposed for ethanol production. Additionally, while implementing their respective projects, the sugar mills must strive to seek convergence with the Make in India scheme of the government for capacity addition or upgradation in ethanol production. Now, the next aspect is what is the application process for availing financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing. Application cum proposal on the prescribed pro forma will have to be submitted to the Chief Director of the Directorate of Sugar and Vegetable Oils Department of Food and Public Distribution, known as DFPD, when the window for such application opens next. However, the applicant must ensure that all the documents are ready before applying for in-principle approval. After getting the in-principle approval, the borrower will need to approach the lending bank for further process of availing the financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing. The timeline for processing the application is 30 days of receipt of all documents or papers. A tripartite agreement among the manufacturer of ethanol, which is distillery or sugar mills, OMCs and the lending bank, will be signed as per the notified pro forma before disbursement. So in conclusion, ethanol is a renewable resource of energy and is a cleaner alternative to petrol or fossil fuel that has immense potential as a highly rewarding business. Moreover, in times when India has sufficient sugarcane production, diverging into new businesses with the existing resources is an idea most of us will agree with. If the decision to open the window for inviting applications for ethanol projects is reopened this year, it would be a big opportunity for sugar mill, distillery owners as well as for new entrepreneurs. Ethanol manufacturing units will be in huge demand as it will supplement India's increasing ethanol demand. However, with the legalities involved in setting up a manufacturing facility or availing financial assistance for ethanol manufacturing, such as environmental clearance, adopting zero liquid discharge or other business licenses needed by the proponent, may prove to be a prolonged task and might even lead to missing the chance of availing the interest subvention. It is therefore advisable that the proponent engages environmental and licensing experts while setting up ethanol production units to boost their chances and take the lead in this new and upcoming sector. For any queries related to this, you may contact our experts at Enterclimate by dialing the number flashing on your screens. That's all for this video. For more such informative content, stay tuned to our channel. Thank you.